All right. Hello, Kangding Ray. How do you
Hi,
explain?
Michael.
Hey, great to meet you. This is a real thrill for me. Big fan of Sirāt. It's either my favorite or second favorite film of the year. Love it.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I saw it here, actually. I'm in Ottawa, Ontario, and a few blocks from me, there's this place called the Mayfair Theater, and they had a
Yeah.
film festival. They played it there. Really cool. It was interesting to see some people like me were having the time of their life. Some people were maybe not getting it. But how do you explain not just the plot, but the overall experience of Sirāt to people?
Yeah, it's a very special film. It's a radical proposal, and it's also a journey and immersive experience, a very visceral immersive experience. We want it to be I mean, we managed to sort of blend music and images very tightly together. Like we made sure that like we could almost like feel the images in the sound and vice versa. And that makes it for like a really like a trip, you know. A discovery trip where so that people are really inside the movie and not just watching it from the outside, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And tell people about the music you contributed to this. So, what's the genre? How do you describe the experience?
It's always difficult to find a word for this kind of genre are not like really specific because like I
Mm.
mean it falls into the realm of electronic music, obviously, but it's a very sort of texture type of electronic music. It's very analog and raw, and it blends a lot of influences, and because the film is set in the free party scene, you know, coming from the UK tradition of sound systems and illegal free parties, and it's set in Morocco. There's a lot of obviously there is a lot of techno at in the scene in the rave scenes, but it's a type of like really raw kind of like direct type of techno that comes from the sound system culture, and then slowly the score disintegrate more and more to become to like lose the beats slowly and then becoming this sort of ethereal textures, and which is a lot more like a darker shades of ambient music. If I try to it's,
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, just to get into it a little bit more, I totally agree. Electronic is very broad.
yeah.
You got so many artists under that umbrella. I guess how what I'm wondering is how important are guys like DJ Shadow or DJ Crush and more sort of um like sort of the trip hop genre in general. How
I
important is
mean,
that?
I was a massive Shadow fan, and like he was one of the one of the artists who brought a lot of guys like me, a lot of people like me, like who we were. I was coming from rock, you know. I was playing guitar when I was a teenager in the 90s, and I was not in electronic music at all, and I was just playing like noise and rock and like being into Nirvana and Nine Inch Nails and My Bloody Valentine and you know and then suddenly trip hop came and like with people like Geoff Barrow with Portishead, and then also Shadow on a more like hip hop like flavor. And they made like this whole generation turn into like being more interested in this type of sound, in sampling, in using synthesizers in music, and using like because it's a blend, right? It's like it makes the crossover. So yeah, for sure, very influential. Introducing is Introducing is one of the greatest album of all time for sure.
Ooh, so good. I'm lucky. I've seen him twice, and he was actually in my city last year. And the
Yeah,
new album, Action Adventure, for people who
yeah.
don't
I
know.
saw him. I saw him a few times also live. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And your soundtrack has, I saw a limited vinyl release. Why don't you tell people about that?
There is yeah, we released the first like digitally, and because of of production time and so on, the vinyl is coming a bit later, but which is a good thing also because it just makes gives us the opportunity to talk about it a bit longer, and also we have something to say towards like along this Oscar campaign. We are in it right now, which is
Ooh.
a great thing. Because this the film has been selected as Spain's entry for the Oscars. So we're competing in Best International Feature, but also for Best Score.
Oh, I hope you get nominated.
So we'll see.
It'll be
But
a
it
minor crime if you don't.
we're really, I mean, I'm working with this label called Invada,
Hmm.
UK label based in Bristol. And they specialized in film scores, and they brought so many like amazing scores over the the years, and I'm super happy to work with them because it's a beautiful label, and there are so many artists that I respect on this label, from Jeff Barrow to Nick Cave
Oh, wow.
to uh, to Ben Frost and Hildur Gudnadottir, and like I mean amazing people, and I'm really happy to be part of this continuum. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so the opening of the film is really remarkable that I've never seen anything quite like that, like a rave in a desert in
Yeah.
Morocco. And I assume you've been to parties. Have you been to parties quite like that? Tell me about your
Yeah.
own.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. I've been to a few, and I actually before even embarking on the journey of like composing the score, I went into I played in a similar rave in the desert in Morocco, in the middle of the desert, which is quite special. And it was in 2019, I remember, and like these 3 days in the desert and the desert sky, and the stars, like I've never seen anything quite like that. Like it's such it's a place where you can really discover yourself through like it's through music and community. Yeah.
Did you ever go? I hear they used to do raves at the Great Wall of China. You ever do one of those?
No, I haven't done this. No, no, no.
Maybe
Did
one
they,
day. It's not
they
too
do
late.
this? Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm just gonna give my analysis of the film.
Yeah,
It's very
please.
thin, but tell me what you think and tell me how I'm doing. I just felt like the movie was kind of, talking about or expressing, dramatizing this like drift we're going through as a collective culture, politically, culturally, everything.
Yeah.
And we kind of, don't really like the film. Like not everything is resolved, and maybe we kind of don't know where we're going, or maybe
Yeah.
like in 10 years we'll just implode.
Yeah.
Or but who the heck knows? Am I close? Tell me how am I doing?
I think you're very close. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is in the tradition of European art house film because it doesn't give you all the keys. It doesn't explain you properly exactly. You have to find out yourself. But it's also very inspired by like uh, the metaphysical journey of like American movies from the 70s were portraying, so it has a bit of those, and there's also a lot of like action and like tension, so that's why like a lot of people talk about reference like Mad Max or like Sorcerer, or
I
which
think
is
Easy Rider is fair as
or
well.
Easy Rider,
Yeah.
exactly, like this sort of like road trip, and that turned into something a little more than that, like that turned into like a sort of discovery and spiritual, almost like yeah, metaphysical journey, and yeah, that's it. That's these are like the two poles. I think what I like with this film is that it managed to blend these two aspects. Like it's not a purely like action movie, but but there's also a side which is very profound and very yeah, very spiritual. You can there are lots of keys that you can find in the or at least points of reflections.
Right. So I have some friends that they love to rave, and that's like it's like a part of their personality, and I don't
Yeah.
understand it because I've never done it.
Yeah.
So tell me about that self-discovery component.
So the thing is, raving is the most natural activity. So even like some people are like afraid of it or they don't understand it, but it is our nature as human. Like it is the one of the most profound activity of our species, and as a species, we've always done it. Like dancing has been a ritual for cleansing, for solving. It's like self-therapy and in ancient tribes and like where we come from is our species has always used dance and communal experience of dance and to literally do everything. Like it's a celebration of life, but it's also a therapy, a common like a group therapy. It's um, it's um, it's like it's an essential part of our journey as a human species. So we should never lose the connection to that. And fortunately, these people, are in the techno culture, in the rave culture, so like this, it's being kept alive. So it might be difficult to imagine if you connect rave to like commercial events of EDM and with fireworks. Like this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the underground rave party where people go to and they don't use their phone. They're not there to consume. They are there to um, have this journey and like understand something about themselves, about why they are here in this on this planet in the first place.
Yeah, I guess it's like how I understand. Well, I understand a little bit about like taking magic mushrooms. People will
Yeah, this
take.
helps for them. I mean,
Mm,
some people don't even need drugs for that. Like
mhm.
uh it depends how it's like meditation. Some people need a little bit of this and love to enter this state. And if you're like a Buddhist monk, you don't even need that. Like you just meditate for an hour and like your brain is so focused and so trained that you can attain this state without even the use of psychedelics or any form of product. But of course, there's if you're there's it's like there's this idea that you can enhance also, and some of the psychedelic drugs of obviously gives you the possibility to attain a level of perception, a level of consciousness that you would not otherwise attain. In this environment, if you feel safe and if the community is have empathy and like it is a very powerful thing to attain this to it's a ceremony.
Yeah, so where I live, they started setting up magic mushroom stores, so people will legally sell it. And the rationale is that sort of overcoming component, and I don't know. It's not like technically legal, but nobody it's like at least decriminalized. I see these stores
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So,
That's
yeah.
just crazy Canada though. But yeah, it also reminded me what you were saying about like a Sun Ra story. Sun Ra once was offered acid, and he was like, "Why would I take acid?" And the person explained why, opened the doors of perception, et cetera, et cetera. And he just kind of stared at him blankly, like, he was already there.
Yeah, yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, some people are already there. They don't need, if you're, he did the journey already. So, yeah. So,
Do,
yeah.
is that another thing for you, like sort of avant-garde jazz? Is that in the DNA of the music you do?
I mean, I've been interested in like more recently. It's not in the DNA originally, but I've been really into Alice Coltrane recently, like rediscovering this. Also because I really love that Andre 3000 flute album.
Yeah, it's good.
I
And I
want
hate that people give him a hard time for it. The guy's not allowed to try
I
something
think
else.
I mean, again, like beautiful art should, like great art should, shake people. It should, you know, it's not a good sign if like everyone agrees that like, the worst reaction is when people are say like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, this is cool. I'd rather have,
Mhm.
I think it was a bold, wonderful, beautiful art piece or like art, like a direction. And he wanted to do this album, and I respect him 1,000 times more even for that, than like doing what you want as an artist and like doing it in such a brilliant way. I think it's a wonderful, magnificent album, and it's very connected to avant-garde black music, like and then yeah, then through this the work of Alice Coltrane and so which it's it's I it's like really there's something to I start to understand it now, which I didn't before.
Okay, okay. And what point did you come in into the production? Were you ever on set for this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I came way before the
Ah,
the the shoot. Actually,
hmm, okay.
I was brought in 2 years before they started shooting.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we worked on the music with Oliver for a long time together. With we do like we'd come to Berlin and we'd listen
Mhm.
to music and we tried things out, and it was all based on the script. So we had the script. He was telling me about the images he had in mind and so on, and then we were trying to find the right texture. So when they went onto filming, they had more than 80% of the music already composed.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That must have helped.
Yeah, yeah, that helped a lot, and that's what Oliver wanted. He wanted to have um the music almost ready there, like to impregnate, like sort of, so that it's like blended in, and that they added while they were shooting, which is it gives the texture, the vibe. And that's why also at the end, like he left like so much space to the music. I mean, we have like 61 or 62 minutes of music on a
Hmm.
on a on a on a 2 hours film. And most of it is without dialogue on
Hmm.
it. It's like giant phase of pure music that takes the role of a character.
Oh, certainly,
Yeah.
100%. And did he play it on set?
So some of the scenes were, yeah, it was played on set. I was there at the rave, obviously, so I was playing the track, and
Hmm.
I have a little cameo, like the DJ that you see at some point is me.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't know I was filmed, but that's me. So I was on set. I was for this scene, and then there were other scenes where they were just playing, and when people dance, um, on they really dance on the music. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. What's
Welcome.
next for you?
Well, you mean very short term or like mid
You can
term?
say short term. What are you up to today?
Right. Today I have interviews after interviews after, and then meetings and lunch and like another meetings and dinner and like it's we are I'm in LA and so we are yeah, meeting people basically.
I love it. Am I your first interview of the day?
You are my first interview of the. I mean, I had
Wow.
a meeting before, but that's
Okay,
the
okay.
first.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Hopefully, I set you on the right course today. And I want
Yeah.
to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Michael.